Well, look, one of the scientists from the University of Otago trying to solve the Nessie mystery is Professor Neil Gemmell. He joins us now live from Loch Ness, from the Loch Ness Marina. Good morning to you, Professor Gemmell. Thank you so much for talking us to this morning. Now, as Kate said in the introduction, we all adore the idea of the Loch Ness Monster. I've been up there, I've been around the Loch, it's beautiful. And the idea that maybe you can spot this mythical creature is something that sort of fires the imagination and the wonder of the entire environment, which is so stunning. Is there a slight concern that by taking this scientific approach and maybe taking the idea that you might prove something that we don't want to hear, that there's no way that Nessie could exist, that you might be ruining that sort of that magic and the mystery?
Oh, I don't think we're going to ruin the magic and the mystery at all. I mean, we can't really prove a negative. If we find no evidence of Nessie, that's not going to stop anyone believing in Nessie. In fact, we won't have actually proven that Nessie, he or she, exists or not. But if we do find something, if we do find evidence of something unusual in Loch Ness, well, that'll be pretty huge.
When you say giant fish, what sort of size are we talking? Because, of course, this is supposed to be a monster. That's the idea that we've all created and we all desperately want it to be.
Yeah, so some of these fish that have been hypothesised as potential candidates for Nessie are pretty big. So one of the ones that the Victorians were introducing into lakes around the UK in the 1800s is a thing called the Wells catfish. This thing grows to about 16 feet in length, several hundred pounds in weight. Its face is probably the size of your car bonnet when it's fully grown. So imagine you're down here at the Loch side and you know, a thing with a face the size of your car bonnet pops its head up over the water. I think I'd call that a monster.
That sounds pretty monstrous. How long are you going to be there, Professor Gemmell?
So we're here for another week. We've been on site for about a week. The entire sampling will take, we figured, 2 weeks, and it's going very, very well. We've been working on the boat donated by the Loch Ness project, and we've also been working with the University of Highlands and Islands on their small boat zipping around the loch. And then we also have been doing a lot of driving around the Loch shore, getting down and sampling water where we can.
Seen anything mysterious yet? Because I think the last suspected sighting was only about 4 or 5 days ago. So within a week, you could see something.
Yeah. Yeah, so just over my shoulder here is Urquhart Castle, and that's where the last sighting was. And, you know, 2 days after that sighting, 3 days after that sighting, we were there sampling water. So if the gentleman from Ireland that reported that sighting actually has seen anything unusual, we should be able to find evidence of its presence.
Fantastic stuff.
Wow.
Professor Gemmell, thank you very much for getting out this morning and joining us live. We're all fascinated to find out what it is that you do find, because we undoubtedly want there to be something in there.
We do, don't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Face the size of a car bonnet.
Yeah.
That's even bigger than Richard Arnold, isn't it? Huge.
Maybe
That would
he's
be
related, 'cause he's
Maybe
from
it's
that part of the
Richard.
country.
He is from Scotland, isn't he?
Where was he 4 days ago?
Someone find out if he was taking a dip in the Loch.